Hello. Hello, Clayton. This is Fred from France. How are you?
I am doing all right. Nice
Okay.
to meet you.
Okay, nice to meet you too. The Flight of Sleipnir, in fact, it's an old band. You exist in Colorado since 2007, if I'm right.
That's right. Yes, we started back in 2007,
Yeah.
um, and we've been working ever since.
Yeah. And also you just released your new album, your brand new album, your eighth eighth studio album, if I'm right.
Yes, yes,
Yes. Hey, a lot of big discography.
yeah. And that's always been something we've held uh, dear to ourselves is, creating a lot of music and having a nice catalog for the
Yeah,
fans. So
yeah. But I'm going not to be a good a good student. I discover you since the previous album, in fact.
okay,
Eventide, if I'm right.
yes, yes,
And since the promotion with your label, the label Eisenwald, and maybe brings more visibility in France and in Europe. But so that and we like very much the previous album. So I wanted to interview you because this new album, I think, yeah, you evolve. I don't know your lot of background, but I think you arrive to a climax of a mix of different influences to create your own style. That's the purpose of every artist. So first, other new question: How could you consider the evolution of your music? How could you define it today when you look backwards and now? If you have to put sticker to describe it for the new listeners in France.
sure, yeah. The thing about this band is we've always played the music that we want to hear, and we don't really think about where we're taking the influences from. Yeah, and so, um, but that definitely leads to a natural evolution as we
Yeah.
change as people, as time goes on and different experiences. Um, so this album is kind of a picture of the last 3 to 4 years. Um, and actually before this album we had another project that got scrapped that was
Okay.
more of an acoustic thing, but you
Okay.
know we decided that that wasn't really suitable for public consumption, so we went ahead and started on this album.
Okay.
um, so it's definitely it's hard to define, it's hard to give it a sticker like you said, in terms of what genre it is. We're definitely a metal band. We
Yeah.
all partake in a lot of metal, um, but we don't really aim to be anything specific.
Okay.
So, a lot of people call us psychedelic metal, or,
Progressive.
one.
Progressive. Progressive
I'm sorry.
metal. Progressive metal. Progressive.
Progressive, yes, yeah. That's
Opeth.
that's a.
Like that.
Yep. That's another kind of uh, label, is progressive. And people like to call us blackened. You would definitely listen to black metal, but we don't consider ourselves a black metal band.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. A mix. Yeah. Enslaved, something like that. Or it depends of the period of enslaved, but yeah, they evolve you. But you mix doom, stoner, black metal, progressive, atmospherical. Yeah, that's why I think you have created your own style, and it's very original style and very pure style. Because when we listen the music, the album, it's like a journey, flight, flight. Yes, an evolution. Not a lot of songs, 5 or 6 songs in general. For example, the new one is it's called Cadence. Nature's Cadence. Only 5 tracks, but very long tracks in general. But yes, is it a concept album? The new one, is it a conceptual album? If I'm right, I will say that yes.
Well, there's a very loose concept. A
Okay.
lot of what's in the lyrics is influenced by nature.
Yeah.
Hence the name Nature's Cadence. But there is no real concept. There's no specific story. It's
Okay.
more just a collection of
Okay.
things. Yeah.
Yeah. you released a new single. The first song, it was in fact the first song broadcast on internet. It was not. It was just an audio track. It was
A Wanderer.
Yeah, Wanderer. Yeah, right. Yeah, yes, exactly. And after you released the new video song with a Viking, a warrior, a Viking with called Winter.
Yes.
Winter.
Yes.
Yes, very nice song. Could you tell me more about this video, because it was shot in Colorado outdoors, if I'm right, where you live in the forest?
Yes. Yes. We were good friends with the band Velnius, who is also in Colorado. Yes.
Yeah.
And Petrus is he's the main man in Velnius, and he has been working on videos for various projects of his.
Okay.
He's in the gaming industry, so board games, role-playing games,
Okay.
and he's been creating videos around that. So I really liked his work, and I approached him about it. He came on board and was willing to help us shoot that video. So he lives up in a place called Nederland in Colorado. It's kind of in the mountains. So he knows a lot of places that look great, and that's where it was shot.
Not the Netherlands, but Netherlands. Not the Netherlands in Europe, but the Netherlands in Colorado.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes.
Okay. And so it's a story about a warrior, something like that. Maybe at the end he died and he met one of the Valkyrie. I don't know. Everyone has his interpretation, but he met Valhalla, something like that, with Valkyrie. It's my interpretation, but after a fight in the forest. But you are very inspired by Norse mythology. You are American, but Norse mythology, Vinland, America, maybe Vikings discovered Vinland, America, and the Indians. So you are very inspired by all that, the saga, the Norse mythology. You read a lot.
Yep. I was raised in a pagan household, so those books were around. I was able to read some of those as a young man. So it's been in my life for a while. And it's not necessarily, it's more of a soft influence. It's not, we're not only a Viking band, but we definitely are very inspired by it. And the formation of the band was built around those things.
Okay. And when you launched the band, the Flight of Sleipnir in 2007, the name, why is the Flight of Sleipnir? Sleipnir, I just remember, for people who don't know, if I'm right, it's the horse in the mythology, Norse mythology of Odin, and he can fly, he can walk, but he can fly, like a bit Pegasus in Greek mythology. A bit. So why did you choose Sleipnir? This name.
David, the drummer, he chose the name, and I think it was to describe sort of his vision for the band, which was to sort of break free and take off from restrictions. Before we started the Flight of Sleipnir, we were playing in a straight black metal band, and we were looking for something different to do. So we talked about making this band and bringing in all the different kinds of things that we like to listen to instead of just pure black metal. And trying to create music that we want to hear.
And you choose the Flight of Sleipnir. Okay. It's your drummer Dave who draw the new cover artwork of Nature's Cadence. It's an artist. He can do what? He draw. He play drums. All that.
Yeah, he's very talented visual artist. He's done all the album covers and most of the T-shirt designs, posters, everything. Yeah, he's very, very good. We're lucky to have David.
And David, he sings. You are two singers, you and David.
That's right.
Who made the clean vocals and who screams?
We both do clean vocals, and I do the screaming 99% of the time. He's done some in the past, in the early days, but
yeah,
it's mostly me screaming.
it brings a certain dynamics I find in the songs, in the long song, epic, more it's various, diverse, and that's I find interesting. You wanted to create this dynamics with vocals and sometimes very instrumental.
Yes.
Only
Yeah.
instrumental.
Dynamics are very powerful, and it's something we like to use a lot because we feel it really moves. It moves us, and certainly moves other people.
Okay. The title of the album, always I'm wrong when I write. I'm going to make the album review, but written and for the website. And every time I write Nature's Decadence, but it's called Nature's Cadence. In my mind, it's decadence because I more think about human decadence, human being, apocalyptic, Ragnarok, etc. But no, but not it here. It's more positive. It's nature's cadence. So why did you choose this name? Because personally, I'm wrong when I think about this title.
Sure. It's more to do with how trying to describe nature's way and how it sort of is an unstoppable force that shapes our existence, and there's no stopping it. So it's always moving, and it's the cadence of nature. So it's sort of a statement on things will keep moving regardless of if we want them to or not.
And the cover artwork, you can see a lot of symbols, details, a serpent, the evil, if we think about the Holy Bible, but it's a Chthonian symbol also in mythology, pagan mythology, symbol of the ground, of underground, etc. But always an eagle, Aryan symbol, more in the sky, maybe, but it's an eagle, it's not a raven like Odin. So a warrior with a sword, a lot of flowers, a lot of details. So you just want to speak to, you give some guards, but we have to think to think, to try by yourselves.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of symbolism pretty much on all of the album covers, really. And I really think it should be open to interpretation. I know David probably has his reasons for putting those things in the artwork, but those are his. I think it goes with nature's cadence, life and death, birds of prey, serpents. They kind of represent a lot of things that happen on Earth and in nature, and it's really just showing that.
Okay. If you want, I'll come back to the song Victor. In Victor, maybe there is Thor, the thunder's god. And what does it mean, Victor? It's you invent this name, you create this name, Victor?
No, that's a name that's in the mythology. Okay. And what it's describing is basically, I believe it's describing Thor as someone who is animated and destructive, and in that song is a tale of violence. So it's sort of a personification of that violence in the name.
Okay. Okay, just a second. I put the light because in France it's night. Not professional, but that's better. That's better like that, I think.
Okay. Yeah. No.
I'm going to go in the dark. Now let's speak about as it's a live condition. In general, I put the live interviews on internet, but that's why I find personally more fun, but not sometimes not people or every people. But let's not speak more about the music and you didn't introduce what do you do exactly in the band. So you sing, but you play guitars. At the beginning of the interview, you do not say you play guitars, bass, and keyboards.
I used to play bass. We have a full time bass player now. His name's Dave, and so he does all the bass.
Yeah, he's called Dave Boer.
Yep.
Okay, so on the new album, you sing, you play guitars and keyboards.
and keyboards, and I also play the pedal steel, the console guitar.
Pedals,
So,
pedals. What is it?
yeah, it's a slide guitar. So
yeah, horizontal.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You make the transition from my other question, but okay.
Sure.
And the guitars, you play the leads, you play the only rhythms with your colleague Jeremy Winters.
Yeah, I play most of the leads.
Okay.
There are some that Jeremy does play, and on the album, we both track the rhythm guitars. So
Okay, and you play electric and folk guitars.
yes.
Yeah, both. Okay. Yeah. Okay, a lot of things. I'm a poor guitarist, debut sophomore guitarist. Let's speak about the recording, and after the song, we are going to speak about the song Wonder. But yeah, if I'm right, you record or you prepare the recording in your home studio, and after you go to the world famous studio for the recording and mastering, for the mixing and the record and the mastering. Tell me what if I'm wrong, I don't know.
That's right. Yes.
That's okay. So world famous studio, it's where you mixed and mastering by Pete de Boer in Denver,
Yes.
Colorado.
Yep.
Okay, is it true that this guy recorded Blood Incantation, Spectral Voice, Dreadnought, and my friends of Biohazard, hardcore band, New York hardcore band?
Yeah. He's pretty involved in a lot of the metal scene.
Okay. And the sound is very whoa. Well, how did you arrive with your pre-production, your demos of 5 songs, and you say I want more guitar, that I want more low sounds, more arrangements. How did you mix? How did you work with this guy? It's not the first time. It's the first time.
It is the first time that we worked with an outside producer or engineer, really. And
Okay.
What we ended up doing was I've done all the mixing, mastering, and recording in the past for just about every album.
Okay.
And so this time I wanted to focus more on my playing and performance. So we did track the album in our studio. So everything was tracked by me.
Okay.
And then we only took it to Pete, and he just did the mixing and mastering. And what we wanted from Pete was for him to make a lot of the decisions about the sounds and things like that. So that
he advised you.
Yeah. We kind of wanted that outside perspective.
Yeah.
This time.
Okay. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes sometimes we want to make all, but we don't have another eye advice. Sometimes we prefer to make all because for money or for logistical reason or because you are able to make all. But yes, with the time, some nice big producer and musician prefer sometimes to have another. It depends.
Yeah, definitely. And we always did it ourselves out of necessity. We didn't have a lot of money. We didn't have a label that really gave us any recording budgets. So we always just did that ourselves because we had to. I am trained in audio engineering.
Okay.
I have a degree in music, and audio engineering was part of that curriculum. So, but it was really out of necessity. And now that we're reaching a point, we really want to, take that off our plate.
Yeah, to be focused on the music, to play. Yeah, in studio it's different. Are you a live band? You toured a lot? You play a lot in America and maybe in Europe? I never saw you live in France, but
we do play live. It's not very often, but we are definitely trying to get more shows, especially in Europe. We had a tour fall through in 2020 for obvious reasons, and but this December we're coming to Germany for 3 shows. We're very excited about that. We're hoping that will lead to more shows in Europe. We'd love to come to France. That's definitely one of the things we
you are going
do.
to play with which band?
We're playing a couple festivals. Winter Melody. We're playing a show with Worm, and then there's another fest in Berlin. I can't remember the name of because it's.
And no friends. Oh. No France. Okay. Nothing in France.
No singing in French?
Yeah, no show in France, booked in France. No schedule.
Not yet. Not yet. We want it to be, but maybe 2025. I think that might be the year.
Okay, I hope that. Alors, so we are going to conclude soon. Are you? Last question about the album. So it's an album. It's not an EP. It's an album. LP. On est d'accord. Long play. The song Wanderer at the end of the album, if I'm right.
Yep.
Yeah. I like very much the introduction because there is a moment with the guitar. I'm not the first one, I think I'm going to say, but some electric guitars. I think it's played on Fender with, or maybe what do you say, slide guitar on pedal. Yeah, and it remembers me Ennio Morricone, westerns from Ennio Morricone. Ennio Morricone.
Oh yes.
Sergio Leone movies, but the music of Ennio Morricone, like Metallica used to open his show with the gold and the etc. And so it was an inspiration, a wink to Ennio Morricone, the composer, and because he played Fender guitars and very
right
in the 70s.
I definitely went for that sound, but I didn't write that. David wrote that, and so I'm not sure. He might have been inspired by that. I know he loves movies and he loves those soundtracks. Yeah.
Classical westerns called spaghetti westerns. We call that.
Yes.
They are good, but they are good ones, but they are bad ones also. But okay. Okay. So no, it reminds me the guitar parts of that. But after it evolves, Wanderer, it's a very special song at the end of the album. I was surprised.
Yeah.
And Wanderer, it's a guy who and in the landscape, a wanderer. It's a guy who walk.
Yes, that song is about someone awakening to the call of nature and going forth looking for something, and basically, it's a very classic tale, and almost like a Tolkien sort of, not all who wander are lost. I think that's
okay. So now, what do you want to? I wanted to, before to conclude, I wanted to know if you are connected with the guys, because there is a bit similarities in black metal scene of the guys of Walls of the Throne Room who lived in more Seattle, Olympia, Washington. Are you connected with this band? I find some connection. Black metal, epic black metal, progressive, more atmospherical.
American. Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I do like that band, but I've never really talked with those guys. I don't know them.
Okay, America is big, USA is big.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you want to add about this album, about the Flight of Sleipnir and the album Nature's Cadence? What do you want to add? And can we hope so to see you live in France soon? And what are the plans? Maybe new videos, shot, something like that?
Yeah, the one thing I'll say is we always are really appreciative of the fans that have stuck with us all these years. We do have some very loyal fans, and those are the people that really make it worth it. And we really just hope that they enjoy the album. Like I said, it's music that we want to hear as the band, but I really do think that a lot of people connect with it, and that's truly the most amazing thing for an artist to have, and we're very thankful for that. And we definitely want to share it with the world, and like you said, we would really love to come to France. We're trying to find ways to do that. It's become harder these days. It's very difficult.
There's a cost to fly, the flight, etc. It's complicated. Yeah. And the world, in the world, it's complicated. Yeah, some parts of the world to travel. But I understand the cost, etc. Yeah. But we hope to see you live in Europe and in France. And so a new video, maybe a new shot, a new video for a new song, maybe in a plan soon. Maybe
now that the album's out, we're not sure. I think we're going to focus more on trying to promote what we have and play some more shows. That's kind of what I would like to see, to try to get the album moving. But yeah, you know, definitely something. Maybe we'll do some live videos or something like that.
Okay, okay. And Nature's Cadence, it just released. So, what are the critics, the main critics in general? Are they good in general?
From what I've seen, yeah, from what I've seen,
Or
we've
not?
got some pretty good quotes, some good reviews. So we're definitely happy about that.
Okay, I'm going to write mine very soon and to put that on YouTube. So I thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time. We appreciate your music and keep on like that and come to visit France.
Yes, thank you, and thank you
Okay,
so much for having me. And it was great meeting you, and
okay,
love the magazine. So
okay.
appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Clayton. I let you. Bye bye.
Bye.